going, everybody? Just a couple of jobbers are back. We have a special episode for you today with an interview with Caleb Courageous, a.k.a. Caleb Rains. He invited me down to his Glory Pro show in Crossville, Tennessee back on May 26th. And, man, I had a blast. I had so much fun at the show, before the show. I can't thank Caleb enough, man. He really set me up. He let me interview him in the locker room, so I got to see and hear some really cool stuff. But, yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy it. We had a blast, and I'm sure this won't be the last time I'll be able to sit down with Caleb. What is up, everybody? I would say the jobbers are back in full effect, but I'm only here by myself. Cortland is not feeling that great today, but you're going to get just as great a show. I'm here in Crossville. I should say because I'm sitting next to Caleb Rains, a.k.a. Caleb Courageous. Yeah, we're here at Glory Pro, 40-some-odd shows in Crossville, Tennessee, man. How did we get here? How have you been able to pull this off?
Well, what we were saying before we actually started the podcast, I ran a show in 2015, and around August, I believe. And it was just a random, odd show, random date, nothing special. Just putting my feet in the water. I got a ring loaned to me for that show, and I was really in tight at a promotion out of McMinnville, Tennessee. And I had a lot of help, and we ran a pretty decent show for a Thursday night in Crossville, Tennessee. So we decided that we'll give it a break for a little bit. And in that time that we gave it a break, I got into a tiff with the owner of that promotion. Son out of McMinnville, Tennessee, and I stuck around for a little bit because I was holding their heavyweight title, and just a bunch of crap went down, and after the tiff, it wasn't really a fight. It was a really unprofessional move on both our parts, but I personally think he started it. But it was in front of the crowd and shit. So
oh man,
like, Jenna, can I?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay,
Yeah, you're
okay.
good. You're good. It's the internet. Say what you want.
Okay. But it was in front of the crowd, so it was stupid. And I look back on it now, and I regret every minute of it. But it kind of was the stemming reason that this started up, because when I finally got tired of it and decided I wasn't going to go anymore, I kind of I was really done with wrestling for a little bit, and I was a little down in the dumps, and I was kind of tired, trying to take a break. I was real burnt out, more or less, and it turned into just me taking random bookings here and there, just trying to get that fix. And one day my old lady was just like, you ran a good show once, why don't you just keep doing it? And of course the first thing was, I don't got a ring. Mm-hmm. I have no ring. I don't know if that's what you need to run a wrestling show.
Kind of important, yeah.
So I rented a ring for a second show in December at the end of 2015, and it was on a Sunday, and I loaded the card down. Sadly, like, everybody was like, I want to be on your show, I want to be on your show, I want to be on your show. And I was like, okay, yeah, how much you need? And before I knew it, I thought I was in over my head.
Right.
I was really nervous walking into the show. It was a Sunday, like, who the fuck's going to come out?
Yeah. Small town Tennessee.
And once again, $7 at the door, over 50 people,
Wow.
And that's not, I know that's not crazy numbers, but it's crazy numbers for limited advertising.
Absolutely.
And, it was a lot of word of mouth and internet, social media advertising. And so I was like, man, what if we actually tried,
Mm-hmm.
what if we, put some flyers out and really gave
Went
this a
for
solid
it.
shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I sat down and I had a talk with my mom and dad, who sit comfortably financially. And I don't really ask them for much. I work hard, me. I work hard every single day of my life. But I've got bills just like everybody else, and they basically, I was like, look, if you help me with this, I guarantee you'll get your money back. There's profit, there's money to be made here. We got to do it right. And they took that gamble, and they went ahead and they put the money down and got me the ring, and I'm still paying on it, but it's almost paid off now, and we've been killing it with shows, like you said, 40
40 plus, yeah, man.
40 plus shows, and I managed to keep it on Fridays. I think we ran one Thursday last year, and it was because I think it was because I was going out of town, and to be honest, I needed some extra cash to go on vacation. I was going on a cruise actually, and of course I pay the boys handsomely. I take care of all my wrestlers.
Right.
But other than that, it's just been Fridays, and we've been killing it. I mean, we're talking 150 people sometimes, and like you've seen the room out there.
Yeah.
You pack that room. And
I know.
A bunch of people screaming and shit. And the amount of people that hit me up, knowing I'm the booker also. The amount of people that hit me up is just, it's unbelievable. I've been hit up. Do you watch TNA?
Absolutely.
Robbie E.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he hits me up. Well, I've never booked him, but he's hit me up several times.
That's very cool, man.
I don't do airfare. I won't pay for anybody's plane ticket. Like, I'm not.
Where would you? I guess you'd have to fly them to Knoxville, right?
Yeah.
And then Knoxville to Crossville.
I know promoters that do that shit all the time, and it's cool. But I prefer if you're within like a 5-hour range, and I can just pay you to drive to me. Like I'd rather just give you that. You need trans money, I'll give you your So I've booked people like AR Fox. Has been booked here. You know who AR Fox
Oh
is?
yeah, absolutely.
Lucha Underground, Dudley Fox.
Yep.
I worked him that night, or wrestled him, whatever. We had the kayfabe. I don't know.
It's whatever you. I love that. I'm cool with that, man. It's all you, brother.
Terminology. I know. Some people get pissed at me for.
See, I know
speaking it.
That's the part where it gets weird. Some fans and you're like cool with it. And
I believe it has to do a lot with the Southern etiquette that we were also talking about
true.
earlier.
That's a good point.
But it's obvious that you are smart to what goes on behind the scenes, obviously, or we wouldn't be having the fucking podcast.
Exactly.
So people do the same things.
Well, even tonight you have like Toby Farley, you've got Brett Eisen coming in. Those are names like coming to Crossville, Tennessee. Yeah, man.
Names, yeah. They're also my friends though. Like
that doesn't hurt.
I've worked excellent matches with both men. Me and Brett were actually it was myself, Brett Eisen, a young man near the Nashville area named Mike Cobb. A guy I trained named Christopher Carlton, who is working here tonight.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And then my tag partner now, James Cole. We were in a 5-man scramble match, and that's probably one of my. I mean, you can look it up on YouTube. It's on my page where I post all the glory.
I'll post the link to that when I post this. So.
But there's a 5-man scramble match that we did in the middle of the year last year, I believe it was, and it was for like a #1 contendership for our heavyweight title and everything. But it was one of the most it was just 5 guys who came that night to fucking bring it.
Show on.
And the match itself is probably about 13-14 minutes, but it's everything you fucking need. Like, it's just everybody got their shit off. Everybody did it in a way that made sense. Like, I don't know. I just can't. I couldn't have been happier with it. And it's one of my favorite matches still to this day. And
dude, you can do a lot with 14-15 minutes, especially with that many guys, right?
5 guys,
right?
Want to kill it, And we did that night. We really the finish was like perfect, came out of nowhere, and it was just like I said. I could even send you the link if you wanted to post it. But even like running a promotion, like we were talking about who I booked. Tracy Smothers.
Okay.
Southern legend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tracy Smothers. He's actually a really awesome guy. I did a seminar with him. I believe it was in 2015 or 2016. It was in Sparta, Tennessee. But I did it was like a 2-hour seminar, and
that had to be pretty cool, right?
Super knowledgeable. Just, no scolding. It was, you do that okay. Here's how you can do it better. And that's really important to me. Like, I don't want to be scolded or yelled at. If I do something wrong, tell me I do it wrong. Tell me how I can do it right.
Working better, yeah.
Because I can do it right.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like I just want to know how you want me to do it right. You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody who does as much as Tracy Smothers or whatever. But the only thing he told me in the seminar, he's like, "You got it." He said, "Bro, you can work. You need to work out. Is what you need to do." You know what I mean? But truth be told, I have a crazy metabolism. Like, I know I'm not trying to make excuses for myself. It's just. It just hasn't slowed down yet because I work out at my job every single fucking day, and I've been going to the gym a lot here recently, and I'm still like, it's hard. It's really hard to.
The same Caleb body from high school a little bit.
Dude, I'm a little thicker.
Bigger. You're right. You're a little more high flying look to you back then. Now you can pull this.
I can do a little more things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can lift people over my head sometimes. But yeah, we did a big show. We called it the Summer Sizzler, and the theme is like the hottest indie talent, around.
Yeah.
Last year's had the main event was Toby Farley and Crazy Steve from TNA.
Oh yeah.
And then I wrestled Tracy Smothers that night, and I was our mid card champion, which is called the Pound for Pound Championship, and I defended that against him. We had Andrew Everett from TNA.
Right.
He did a triple threat match with Draven Lee, who's a local guy here.
I've seen him.
And Christopher Carlton, which is that guy that I trained. There was somebody else was on. Oh yeah, another match on the show was Crimson from TNA. He plays Mayweather now. I believe is his name.
I think you're right on that. I just saw him on Impact.
Yeah. He's with Jack Stain, who's called Wilcox.
Wilcox, right.
And
I saw him and Sean Hoodrich in an ambulance match last week. Crimson and Sean Hoodrich.
Yeah, they've had a little feud going down there at NGW. I follow the NGW stuff. I wish I could get fucking booked there.
Oh man, yeah.
It's exclusive, or I don't know if it's exclusive. I don't want to get any heat for saying.
Right, no, yeah.
I haven't even honestly hit. I don't know who to hit up. I was gonna talk to Toby about it because he's worked there before. But I'm doing a podcast, Toby. Yeah, Sean Stevens.
Shout out.
On the spot. But yeah. Anyways, I'm trying to think of who else. It was Crimson and Sean Schultz, who's just a local guy.
Yeah, he was on the same show I saw last week, actually.
Yeah. Versus Jeremiah Plunkett and that Mike Cobb guy that I was talking about. That was the match on that show. But anyways, we're doing another one in August this year. And we've got we originally had Chase Owens on it, but he's doing a tour in Canada now, so he's not on it. But we replaced him with Caprice Coleman from Ring of Honor.
Right.
And Brutal Bob Evans from Ring of Honor is going to be there, and his protege, Tough Tim Hughes. And he has another guy named Wildman Congo, who was in the Prospect Tournament for Ring of Honor a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Wildman Congo, yeah. And Damian Wayne, he's more of an indie guy. He's a little bit older, old schooler kind of, but he's really good worker, really great worker actually. Gets great bookings all the time, but he'll be here. I think he was the NWA national champion for a little bit.
Damn.
I don't know. I didn't follow him that much, but I know of him well enough to know, and I've seen his work to know that he'll be a great fit on this show. But like I said, that's the theme of those shows. Is we ran it in July last year at the end of July, but I had to run it in August this year. But it's August 4th, and that's I have. Nationally known names.
Yeah, dude.
Crossville, Tennessee.
The Armory.
It's crazy.
Right by the Kroger.
Yeah, right by the Kroger. So it has been pretty nuts. I booked Steve Carino's son, Colby Carino.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know who Colby is?
Well, I don't know. I know Steve, but I didn't know he. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I think he's been in some legal trouble here recently. But he used to be a part of a. He used to, I don't know if he still is or what's going on. I haven't seen anything from him for a while. He's actually a really cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about his personal life, but he acted super professional with me. I got to wrestle him twice. Like, awesome.
That's good things.
Steve Carino's son, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, man. How many years have you? Like, what do you count this as your year of wrestling?
It's weird. It's weird because I trained when I was 16.
Right.
I got completely trained. I worked the whole summer, saved all my money up, and I went to
at 16.
That's
awesome,
15
dude.
actually.
Yeah.
That was when I saved the money. I turned 16, and I said, I was between 15 and 16. I believe. I think I did actually start going to the school when I was 15. I turned 16. Finished when I was 16.
When you're 16, right?
What happened was I went to a school in Orlando called Federation Extreme Entertainment, and a guy named AJ Gallant, who I don't know what happened to him, or if he even exists, or if he was a con artist, or what. He said he was in WCW. He went under a mask gimmick named Viper. I don't fucking. He was a cruiserweight. This motherfucker was not a cruiserweight. He said he did a hurricanrana off the apron, and he smashed his ankle on the ring steps.
Ooh.
That's how he got out of the business. And he said he was in his business card said AJ Gallant, aka Viper. Nice. It was a whole deal. And I never fucking, so I went to a couple classes, and I was learning a couple, he taught me how to lock up, he taught me how to chain wrestle around a little bit, but it really wasn't him more so than it was his students that were kind of training me.
Yeah.
And then one day he had Devon Dudley come in, and I was like, okay, so this dude's
that's
legit.
Pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So and then eventually that school ended up becoming the Dudley Boys training school in Florida. I believe a lot of the people that went there. See, what happened was I was going there. I learned enough to work, but not enough to. I hadn't developed really anything other than getting my ass whooped and getting pinned. You know, like
not to succeed.
I knew how to do moves. It was weird. The whole situation was fucking weird. And
all at 16, mind you. Again, like it was young Caleb.
My mind was fucking blown. I was driving an hour to this school, but like when I would go on to find out that the shit that they did teach me was right.
Was good,
like, like it was, there was no bullshit there. These were real indie workers. Just the school, I just think he was on coke or something. Like every time I seen him, his eyes were bugged out. He'd get real close to my face, and like he'd get fuck something up, and you want this motherfucker, like
what is it, McConaughey in Wolf of Wall Street, right? Like he's just too intense, overly intense.
Random fact, but I've never seen Wolf of Wall Street. I'm told I need to watch it, and then I was also told you don't need to watch it if you have any kind of drug problem because it makes you want to do drugs.
I can speak, I can verify that it does.
I don't have a drug problem. Let me confirm that. I don't know.
It's one of those movies.
Gotcha. I understand. I've never actually seen it though, but I've high recommendations. So
you can in that the joke you just had at the punchline of the Wolf of Wall Street. If you watch it now, you can go with I don't know if he's on coke like DiCaprio and Wolf of Wall Street, man, but and everyone that's seen it will be like, damn, Caleb Rain's crushing the joke game.
Why are you hiring back here?
Podcast.
What's up, brother? John.
We're in a locker room, by the way.
Yeah, that's why all this hubbub you hear.
Yeah. Waiting for people to walk by so we can finish our podcast.
What's up?
Anyways, but yeah, so it's been a pretty crazy ride, and I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going until I can.
So what'll be the 2? Is it this summer? Is it the 2-year anniversary?
Yeah, after the show on the 4th,
right.
August 4th, there's a show August 18th, and that will be the 2-year anniversary show. It's like 4 days after the actual anniversary.
Right.
But it's closest. It was closer than the other date.
Right.
So I was like, well, and normally I don't like to do like, I do a couple shows and then I try to hype like a big
one. Mm-hmm.
Either way we draw the same, so it don't matter. Except last week. Last week I tried to make, out to be a bigger show with Bullet Club member Chase Owens coming through and all that. But we got
the Pound for Pound Cup, right? That was a pretty cool.
Yeah, well, it was a year from when we incepted the Pound for Pound Championship.
Okay.
Which was also an 8-man tournament. But we did it over 2 shows, and we did it in May of last year. And one of them, the first show was like, I can't remember all the people. I was in it. But the first winner was my actual tag partner, James Cole. He won the actual tournament.
Gotcha.
And then he got injured, and then I won the belt in a 4-way scramble or something for the vacant belt. I ended up losing it to Christopher Carlton, and then Carlton just recently lost it to Shane Smalls. So that belt's only had 4 champions since
its
inception.
Been around. Yeah.
So it's the least changed belt in this company's history.
Yeah.
So, but indie wrestling belts change all the time. Like it's not like WWE or anything like that where people held it for years.
Yeah. Well, that's not even a WWE thing really anymore, man. I know. Hot,
besides Punk,
they're hot potato and that bitch around kind of well. Except I guess the Universal, it's sticking there for a minute.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to lose it at home.
They did just drop the fucking WWE title.
Yeah, to Jinder. Yeah, he won to beat Brandy. Right. Yeah, man. I was gonna ask you real quick. I don't know, but what kind of wrestling do you? I know you're busy, but what kind of wrestling do you like to watch?
Well, dude, I watch the main product. I watch WWE and NXT.
NXT.
And, I should watch 205 Live more because that's more of
I feel the same way.
Obviously where I fit in.
Yeah.
But I just it's weird. I don't have cable or anything. I do the internet deal.
Yeah, yep.
And I got Hulu, so I watch the next day if I want to watch Raw or NXT or whatever. And if there's a pay-per-view, I'll get the network if I want to watch the pay-per-view. Sometimes I'll skip them. But
Understandable.
The last couple I've been like I wanted to watch Backlash and I want to watch Extreme Rules, so I got it this month. But I like scramble matches, so I'm a fan of the 5-man.
The 5-man, yeah, man.
For the #1 contenders, and I'm also the the Money in the Bank too.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a big fan of that, and Sami Zayn's my boy.
So I'm glad to hear you say that, man. Me and my buddy who's coming tonight to watch too. He hates Sami Zayn.
So
I know. I'm
why?
like, you're
He's the
wrong.
most
You're
talented.
wrong.
He's so talented, dude. Like,
Well, I showed him the some of the Generico stuff, and he was like, "What? What
Yeah.
is this?" Like, I'm telling you, man, he's
Dude,
the
he's
guy.
the same dude.
He's the
And-
guy.
and
Yeah.
It's so awesome because when he was Generico, like he wore a mask, so he had to use so much facial expression.
Yeah,
to
I agree.
express the selling, you know. And then like when you see him utilize that on TV now, you know, it's like, dude, this dude's in pain. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. I find myself getting emotionally invested in.
Oh, 100%.
In matches like, well, like what was the last match he had that I was like, oh shit. It was that that shit with Strowman where he had to.
Oh,
He had
was
the
it the beat
last-
the clock thing?
Yeah, the last
yep.
like what 10 minutes or something.
Yep,
with him
10
like
minutes.
that.
Yeah, but you're right.
And like I don't know, for some reason like I had like anxiety during a match. I was like, is he gonna make it? Like, are they gonna put Sane over?
That's
Like,
all I kept thinking. I'm with you. Like the whole, I was very stressed out for that
It's weird
match.
when they do that. Like just a backlash, they put him over fucking. I didn't see that coming at all.
I didn't either. I'm with you.
Clean.
Clean, very clean.
Like what?
I was
So,
watching it. I'm sure. Like,
I know they're gonna bring it back, but
I was watching that like when he Corbin's about to win. That what?
yeah,
What?
exactly. Like, oh, dude, it blew my mind. Like,
What did you think about the? What are your thoughts on the Fashion Police stuff, man?
Awesome.
Do you, okay,
Awesome.
cool. I love it too. I love it.
Dude, and I'll tell you, I was the biggest Fandango, Johnny Curtis, whatever the fuck you want to call him. I was the biggest hater.
Hater, me too.
I couldn't stand it, and a lot of it had Jericho is like GOAT to me. Like Chris Jericho is. You ask me who the greatest wrestler of all time is, I'll tell you Chris Jericho.
Dude, I can't argue that. No one can argue that.
Yeah, like
1,001 holds and
as-
1,001 promos.
yeah, dude. Well, and it's not even that. Like I look at it as a whole, I guess you could say, and just as a whole, as a showsman, as
Yeah.
an in-ring competitor, as a mic skills, the whole
Everything.
nine. Like he has it, and he obviously has it and makes lots of money at
And
it.
he's been doing. Think about that's what me and Cortland. Man, I wish you were here, Cortland. You suck for missing this, but we're huge Jericho fans too, and that's our thing. Is like you think about how long he's been doing it, man. I remember WCW Jericho and being like, that guy's gonna he's gonna be something. And then
Yeah.
when he did he showed up, Jericho, the clock
The
hits.
Rock,
Yes.
yeah, the whole deal, yeah.
It was
Dude,
like-
well, I fell in love right there. Like,
Yeah.
As soon as he the promo for some reason it was around 2000, right?
Right,
I
yeah,
think
it was the
I like-
clock, yeah.
I think I was like 10 years old, and like I had heard the name Chris Jericho from playing fucking something on N64.
Right. One of those games. Yeah.
N64 games.
I'm with you.
And like I don't remember what he did. It was like they were always doing crazy cruiserweight shit back then. He was cruiserweight champion in WCW for a
Oh
little bit.
yeah, absolutely.
And they did a move in the game, and because his character did this move in the game, I was like, I like Chris Jericho.
Sold.
that was it, and I believe it was like a scoop power bomb, and when he had him for the power bomb, he threw him out and landed him in an X Factor.
Damn.
Yeah, and I've seen the move done before plenty of times, but like he did it in the game while I was playing it. I was like, damn, that was sick. I think it was like dude was in danger. I hit that crazy move out of nowhere, and he got KO'd.
Yes.
And I was like, fuck.
My
That's
guy. That's
Chris
my
Jericho.
guy.
He never did that move ever.
No, I'm gonna
No,
say.
he
I
never
don't think
did
I've
the
ever
move
seen that.
ever. But and then he showed up and he wrestled Rock and he lost, and I was like, oh, it's Jabroni. I'm the Rock.
I'm the Rock. Yeah.
I'm 10 years old. I don't know this is fucking. I don't know anything about wrestling. But then as it kept going, they turned to baby and all that. I remember he beat Triple H on Raw one night. Earl Hebner did the fast count.
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, I ran out of my house. I ran around my house. My mom was like, she worked nights, so she got up at 11, came home at 7.
Oh no.
Dude. She came out the door. What are you doing? What? Turn this off. If you're gonna act like this when you're watching wrestling, turn it off. You're waking me up. I gotta go to work at 11 o'clock. She was so mad at me, dude. I couldn't help it, man. And then they did
I
the
know that.
reversal deal where Hebner made him give it. He pedigreed Hebner.
Oh.
God.
I know that hypeness though. I find myself doing it now. Like
Yeah,
if I'm
oh, yeah,
invested,
totally.
I'm 100% like. I can't think of the last thing. You know what? I remember being really hype about when Ambrose came out at Money in the Bank last year, just because it was all of the Shield, right?
I got so hard.
I did too. I was sitting in bed like, that's the end of the show. That's pretty cool. What? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
Like
it was great, dude. Like that was.
I know that feeling though, man. I still got it. Like just something about that moment, And
The last, it was just recently actually, and I made a post about it on Facebook. the last time that I really got into a match, I think it wasn't this last pay-per-view, it was the one before. What was before Backlash?
Oh, snap.
It was Jericho and Owens, when Jericho made Owens.
Oh, Payback.
Payback. When Jericho made Owens tap out.
Excellent match.
Dude, that match, I was just, the storytelling and just everything about
I'm with
it,
you.
like,
I'm 100% with you.
I was just like, wow. Because I watched Mania, and I felt like, man, those guys could have done it. Mania.
There's
like,
a little more.
I'm with you. Pop up into the code breaker was cool and shit, but like I said, I felt like they could have done more, and then I felt like I got what I was wanting from that second, from that match. I didn't actually get to see the third match on SmackDown where he took Jericho out or whatever.
I think I saw it. I'll be honest. Like, I think it's good to end off on the Payback, because that was, I was with you, because I was so sold that KO was gonna keep the belt. We heard Jericho going on tour.
It was out of nowhere.
I'm with you.
The walls.
What? Yeah. What?
When do people talk about to the walls?
Yeah, my buddy texted me just like, did you? I thought he was taking the belt on tour. What's happening?
Yeah. It was wild. It was definitely. But then you kind of knew what was going on. Though, like, for the following, because you knew that he was going on tour. So, I don't even like. I like Fozzy, but I don't. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Like it's like I like Chris Jericho, so that I guess I'm supposed to like Fozzy.
Fozzy, I'm the same way.
And it's supposed to be like metal, so like death metal Daredevil. Like I'm supposed to like. But I don't know.
I can't. I'm with you.
It's weird. He's got some songs. I like the. What was that fucking that hit the light song or something like that?
Oh yeah.
It was on the Do You Want to Start a War?
Yeah.
But I like that new song that he came out with.
Judas.
Judas
that one's banging, man.
Judas,
that's a hit. That is a hit.
I love that shit too. But like, you listen to other songs.
This is not
Jericho.
That good.
This isn't good.
Well, he did a post recently that he said, obviously, I'm sure they go through this back and forth, but he said if that was his last match, dude, he's okay. That being it, the KO. I'm like, you gotta get. There's.
I want another Jericho top run.
I know, I'm with you, man.
I think, especially after this last run, like.
Well, I think that's the best story the last year was the Jericho.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Far and away that they had.
Okay. Here's my theory on it. Like, if you can get a clipboard, a pen, and a piece of paper over, and make that the most over thing on your entire fucking show,
to the point that you can sell it on WWE Shop.
You can sell it on exactly, dude. How much money have they made off the list? Like, it's insane. I mean, did he? I don't know if he can trademark that, but he needs to. Like, that's insane to me. And I don't know. You're just a talented motherfucker if you get a piece of paper, a pen, and a clipboard over. Like.
Even now you watch Raw and you'll see him in the crowd and you're like, dude, he's on tour and he's making WWE money still. Dude, like, he's still selling those.
Something on that. Some kind of royalty money comes off of that, and he's still making money, dude. He's set for life. Like I said, Jericho's GOAT to me.
Yeah, he was on the you're on that Tank show. He's on Tanked, on one of those like rowdy shows, getting like this classy ass tank put in his house. Insane house. I could imagine Jericho would have an insane house, but holy shit, that guy's house.
Dude, I could only imagine.
And he had the list. A part of his fish tank forever. The list is the list is in his house forever in this fish tank.
Dude, I mean, why not?
Yeah, dude.
It made him. It really revitalized his career. Like
that and the drinking in, man.
Or the man in general.
Like, another point too. Stupid idiot. You get that over his shit. Like
yeah, exactly. It's insane.
The fans are ready for it. Every week he's out there.
It's insane to me. Like, I love Jericho though.
I'm with you, dude. The older I get, the more I'm finding myself like I just go back and watch the shit that we kind of watched growing. You know what I mean? Like I go back and watch the old pay-per-views because they just, I don't know, the storytelling felt, I don't know, a little better at times. Like I feel it's rushed and it's just at times. You know what I mean?
Here, definitely, because it's on a pay-per-view
kind of cycle, right?
Yeah. So it's weird, when they're trying to sell the WWE Network. So like they're putting all these fucking pay-per-views on there and. It's like, I feel like they don't have enough time to build it. Sometimes you just see some random ass match at a pay-per-view. Like, I love Ty Dillinger. I think Ty Dillinger is money.
Yep.
So much money. He's a very limited worker, but that's cool, though, because he can be that because his gimmick is so over.
It is.
And Aiden English and Ty Dillinger, like, that happened, but didn't Ty just beat him, like, every single time? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, it wasn't even a feud. It was just... I think they're trying to establish Aiden English's gimmick.
As a gimmick, yeah.
And that's cool, but once again...
If he loses every week, every week.
I don't know. But
Yeah, I don't want to hate.
They've gotten crazy shit over. I don't ever talk shit about the product because they make crazy money.
Well, no, that's why I know the hot topic right now is Jinder, and I'm not mad at all that Jinder. I know he's busted ass. I'm upset that like it just felt so fucking rushed.
It did.
That's all I was upset about.
I read. I'm a big spoiler guy, so I read.
I'm too.
Spoilers and stuff, and like that was.
You actually got me into. I don't want to make you cut it off, but quick story. Back in high school, Caleb Raines showed me WrestlingFigs.com forums. Spoiler room.
Oh yeah,
and
I did.
You did, and like for years I would like, what's the name of that? And I would always like Wrestling Figs. Boom, Caleb. So like to this day, because of you, I'm a spoiler guy, no doubt. Like
it's awesome.
It is awesome, man. Every time I'd go on there, I'd think of Caleb like me because I hadn't talked to Caleb. We hadn't seen each other in years, but I always be like, man, what that guy's doing? I hope he's wrestling still. Like you know what I mean? So it was dope seeing like.
There was times that I did quit because when I first got here, like I said, after I got trained,
right
into the whole getting trained thing,
right?
Like I moved here, and like all I pretty much knew how to do is get my ass whooped and take some bumps. And I could get through a match, but I was prinked, but I wasn't polished.
I'm with you.
You know.
I'm with you.
And so when I started asking around, a show ran here. When I first started, and I went to a show here, and I talked to one of the main wrestlers. His name was Matt Boyce, I believe, and this guy named Burt Prentice was running shows here, and it was like they were okay. It was more of an old school style, and I felt like all the matches ended with like a schoolboy or like a sunset flip or something like that. And these guys, like they're professionals, so I know like they make money doing this, and they probably made bank that night even, but so they were keeping it very limited. And I just felt like every match was the same, and I was really unimpressed. But the guy told me, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll let you run around the ring, and I'll see what you got. But if you put some flyers up for me." So I called him back. Never got a call back. My dad calls him because I couldn't get a hold of him. He said, "Well, give me that number." I said, "If I can get a hold of him." He calls him. Dude answers. He says, "Well, I told Caleb to put out some flyers." He said, "Well, Caleb called you to put out some flyers. You never answered or called him back because I left the voicemail." He said, "Well, Caleb needs to call me. I don't need his dad calling me." And of course, my dad don't take disrespect.
No, dude.
Like that. So he's like, "Well, I'll have Caleb call you, but you don't have to get an attitude with me, you know." And I never called him, you know.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, you already pissed my dad off. Like this isn't worth it." So, I waited a little bit, and I actually ended up getting met up, mutual friend with Draven Lee. I seen Draven around. He came to because I had a band. You remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I was in a band for a while. I seen him come to a couple of local shows around here, and I was like, who's that bustle goth kid with the skinny jeans on? Who's that? And
he definitely has a look like.
Yeah, I seen him in Walmart a couple times, and he eventually the mutual friend. I was like, well, let me ask him if he still wrestles, and he's like, yeah, I wrestle, and he's like, well, tell your friend to come to Cookville. There's a show here, or being ran here, and I can't get him a spot on the show, but I can introduce him to everybody.
Right.
So I went to the show, and he introduced me to everybody, and the ring, a weld on the ring broke that day, actually.
Wow.
So like the show was delayed or something, so I didn't end up getting to stay for the show because I had prior engagements, and I was told it would be over by a certain time, and it was not.
It wasn't, yeah.
But they were like, I'll come back and help, and we'll get you in the ring. I came back. Ring was already set up when I got there, and Draven protested for me, and got me a match, and it was against the super green, like, no way this guy can have a good match with this kid.
Oh, really?
Little chubby kid, like, his name was Bobby Dark. The match is actually on YouTube to this day. I did not have my gear yet, so I was wearing basketball shorts, I believe, which is super unprofessional, but I had kick pads, knee pads, the whole wrestler gimmick.
Yeah.
But I had gear on the way. But I was kind of just taking it as a practice match.
Kind of a a little bit of a tryout thing.
Tryout thing, yeah. And I went out there and I made this kid look like $1 million, and they were super shocked, and they asked me to come back. But the little did I know that Fed caught all kinds of heat all around Tennessee, like shit. People hated it. Like
really?
Yeah. It was bad. It was poorly ran. Like lots of drama. Like in the 3 or 4 shows that I was there, it was a bunch of shit. Like. But luckily, I went to another random show in like Wartburg, Tennessee, and it was just this guy taping matches in front of like 15 people. And he was just taping TV matches and using quotation fingers for this. But TV matches, and once again, those can be, I found one of them on the match I actually had this night. I did a spiral tap, which Tyler Bate just did the other day.
Oh yeah.
I did a really lazy match because there's nobody there, and it was with this guy named Noah Richards, and he is decent at best. And I beat him with a spiral tap, and Toby Farley just happened to be there watching, and he said, dude, that spiral tap was totally sick. And he just started like talking, and he was linked up with this guy named Mike Promo at the time. And Mike asked me and Draven, said, you guys want to come down to McMinnville, Tennessee and wrestle for Fusion Tradition Wrestling? So we went. I think it was a week and a half, 2 weeks later. We went. Wrestled a really good match against Toby and his partner that night. It was a tag match. They brought it back a couple times, and before we knew it, we had a home. We kept going to McMinnville for a little bit. I actually ended up hurting my neck. Took about 6 months off.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I had there was a vertebrae that was out of line in my neck. It was pushing up against the nerve in the back of my head. I had to go to a chiropractor for a little bit for it.
Yeah, I'd say, man.
My neck still to this day is. Oh, I don't know if that picked that pop up.
You may have. Actually, it did. It did.
Nice.
We have a pop. We had a pop.
But my neck still to this day is not awesome. But it's.
Is that from just? Is it from the wrestling? Or just from? Yeah, it's from the wrestling.
Wrestling and headbanging in a band.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
Years and just not taking care of myself.
What a badass! Like, my neck's messed up. Wow, I wrestle and I like headbang like a motherfucker.
Oh, dude, the bangover's real, bro. The bangover's real. My friends will tell you, dude. Like Caleb can't hold his head up sometimes because he goes to shows and just goes so hard. I am a huge death metal and hardcore underground punk. I like just heavy, loud.
That's same as it
music.
Was years
yeah,
ago.
Same, yeah,
years and years ago.
I've always been the same guy. I'm just almost 27 years old now.
That just turned 27. I know the feeling, man. It's we were coming in, and I'm like, dude, it's been 10 years, and Caleb was like, holy shit, I graduated like almost 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a year ahead of him, but it's creeping up, man, on both of us. 10 years since high school.
Don't they send you like a reunion or something? I'm not gonna
Whoever,
go,
that's me.
I don't want to see those motherfuckers. I'm doing my own shit.
You want to see Caleb, you come to the show.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. We're here on Friday nights.
There it is, man. Caleb Rains, a.k.a. Caleb Courageous. I want to thank you again, bro, for having me out. As a lifelong wrestling fan, it was really cool to get to chill in the locker room and get to meet everyone and really see a side of the sport that not a whole lot of people get to see. So thanks again, man. Glory Pro will be back in action June 30th. Glory Pro presents End of June Jamboree. That'll be at the Crossville, Tennessee National Guard Armory. And, man, if you're listening to this, you got to go. There's no ifs, ands, but you got to go. You just got to go. I'll be there. There's going to be great matches. We're going to have a great time. So just go. Just go. June 30th, you'll be there. We're all going to be there. It's going to be awesome. But that's it for this week, man. A couple of jobbers will be back. We have an interview with Next Generation Wrestling's Cody Ford. I'll hopefully have that up in the next few days. But that's really all we have to say. And thanks again to Glory Pro and to Caleb Rains, man. I had a blast, and I can't wait to come back.